Good afternoon, this is Lindsay with Precision Home Group here in Anchorage. I'm coming to you live like I do every day around 12:30 Alaska time to talk to you about business and life. So today we're talking about travel. Why should you travel? I used to think travel is a waste of time. I used to think that, hey, why would anyone leave what they're doing? Why would anyone leave and take off time? Why would you take off time from working on your goals, working on your business, working on your life, right? Well, I soon realized that actually by leaving, by traveling, you can actually help expand your goals. That you can actually go and scale it out larger because of travel. You can wrap travel into your goals and use that as a time to rehab, to use it as a time to refresh and recharge. So there are four main reasons I believe why you should be traveling more. And when I say travel, I'm not saying take time off, put everything else aside. We live one life, right? So you live one life. That includes business, that includes personal, financial, health, fitness. All these different things are one life. They're just different dynamics of that life. So if you can find a way to put travel into that to where it's actually helps scale out and expand these different dynamics, it's a great tool to use to build out your business, your finances, your goals, and the rest of those dynamics. So the first reason is to change your environment, right? So we want to do this. Too often we find ourselves, at least I do, get stuck in a routine. Just same schedule day in and day out. Now, a routine is not bad in and of itself. It's a really good thing, actually. You don't have to think about, hey, what do I do next? Hey, what happens today, tomorrow, and the rest of the week, right? You already know what's built out. You already know that I'm gonna wake up at a certain time, go to the gym at a certain time, go to work at a certain time, script at a certain time, gonna get on the phones at a certain time. It's all built out so that you can really think and focus on what you need to be doing on those bigger targets, bigger goals, and not the day-to-day things. It helps build that out. But sometimes we need to pull ourselves out of our routine to kind of see from a bigger picture, looking down at the routine and see, hey, there's little things that I can move around. There's little things I can do to actually make that better. So by switching and changing your environment, by pulling yourself out of your routine and doing this purposefully, you can actually see what needs to be changed on a smaller level, looking at it from a bigger scale, right? So it also allows you to experience new things. If you're just doing the same routine day in and day out, which is good, we established that, but going out and traveling allows you to experience new things. When we experience new things, it gives you a good idea of what else is out there. Hey, maybe you can pull something from your travels that may benefit you in your routine that you can implement, right? Also, you can experience new cultures. So these are all different ways that you can change from all different things you can add to your life that you can get from travel by changing your environment. So number one was changing your environment. Number two is networking. So the reason why I travel mostly is for business, whether that's a conference I'm going to, a class I'm taking, it's going to do business with somebody else. It's going to meet new people in my industry or outside my industry that could help me put together deals or put together some type of business. So networking is huge. So when you travel and you do so to purposely network and meet new people and get in front of new people, you're gonna be able to grow your business. You're scaling out the people who know you. You're scaling out the potential people who can do business with you. Now these are people you're not gonna run into on a day-to-day basis. If you just stay in your office, stay in your town, yeah, you're gonna meet some people, you're gonna network in your community, but you're never gonna grow outside of that. So when you're traveling, purposely get out there and network with new people. The people you sit on the plane with, the people you go staying with you in the same hotel, the conferences you're going to, the business that you're doing. It's all a place to network. So get out there and meet new people. Look for new business opportunities as well with those people you're networking with. People might still be in the same industry as you, but if you come from, like I do, Anchorage, Alaska, and you're going to say Chicago or New York, well, those industry people have seen and done probably a lot bigger projects, a lot bigger business, a lot bigger things than you have been able to do just from the sheer size of business that is being done in those bigger metropolitan areas. So you can actually gain a lot of experience from them and be able to bring those ideas and concepts back to where you're doing business. So networking is number 2. Number 3 is inspiration. Now this is huge. Now a lot of people are like, inspiration, motivation, I don't need that. Now, I'm not talking about some type of motivation you get up in the morning and you just like read some mantra and you're like, oh, I'm good to go, feeling good. I'm talking about go get in front of something that is so awe-inspiring that it makes you question, hey, are my goals big enough? Is my reality big enough? Am I doing and playing a big enough game in life and business? That's the type of inspiration that I'm talking about. With that being said, coming from Anchorage, Alaska, where our biggest building is what, 20 stories tall, maybe 25 stories tall. And then I just got back from a trip to Chicago where I actually went to the 99th floor of a building. 99 floors. I didn't even know buildings were that big. But I got to go to a building, I got to stand at the top of it, and I got to look out over all of these other skyscrapers. Now, my reality before I went to Chicago was, oh, it'd be nice to, get in a building 25 stories tall. That would be, I would have it made. But the people who own and develop these projects that are 99 plus stories tall, 100 stories tall, you think that their reality, that their inspiration, that their goals were this, 25 story building? No. They had to go get around people and things that inspired them to go bigger, scale their business, and push the limits of what was actually capable. So that is what I'm saying, is when you go travel, go look for things like that. Go look for things that can give you a passion, that give you a mission, that play to your goals and helps you expand those goals. Get around big players, people doing big business. Get around people in your industry who are titans. Not just, the local hero, the local guy who's, kind of runs the market and he's doing okay. Get around people who make him look tiny. Get around titans, get around people who are playing at such big levels that they own their marketplace. Also explore bigger markets. So that's talking about the Chicagos, the Seattles, the New York, the Washington, D.C., anywhere on the East Coast pretty much, right? Get around people doing bigger things in bigger cities than you are. It's going to give you a lot of momentum, a lot of inspiration, a lot of broadening of your goals. So number 1 was change of environment. Number 2 is network. Number 3 is inspiration. And the last one is education. Don't go anywhere just to spend time to take a bunch of time off. You should always be seeking to educate yourself. So if I'm going to a conference, it's going to educate myself. I'm going somewhere for business. I'm going to fly in to go take a look at a remote property here in Anchorage that we're going to go sell. I'm going to go there with an intent to learn something, whether that be about that remote location, the city, the culture, whatever it is, how to do business in remote Alaska. I can learn something from that trip. I can also learn something from a trip to New York. That's 2 extremes, right? Remote Alaska, New York City. I can go wherever I am traveling to actually learn and pull some type of education out of that. So always be looking to do that. So again, the 4 things you should be doing when you travel is looking for a change of environment, network. You should be looking for some type of inspiration, something that's going to broaden your horizons, and some education. So those are the 4 reasons why I travel. Bring this up because I'm heading down to Seattle here next month for my next commercial real estate class where I can sharpen my skills, expand my skills, and network with people. So this has been Matthew Lindsay with Precision Home Group. Thank you for joining me. Hit that like, share, and follow.